hear something, a little piece from a record, and replay it. You know what I'm saying? So it just depends. There's no set formula, but I definitely, when you use live instruments, and that's one of the things that Dre taught me, your sound. That's why if you listen to a Dre record, you know, like the Chronic 2 or the Chronic 2001 or the first Chronic, like everything that Dre does sonically is, the dynamics of it is so like crisp. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you know, that's one of the things I learned from Dre is when you use live instruments, your music just comes across clearer and louder. Period. So.
Yeah, you must be pretty happy with the way Dido's track's gone as well. After I guess you brought it to attention.
Yeah, definitely. I'm very happy for her.
Yeah.
I'm really happy for her. She's really talented, and I like her a lot. She's a sweetheart. So I'm glad for her.
What about the rest of them? I mean, you spend a lot of time dissing a lot of people in the record industry and the music industry as being fake and being a bit shallow and that kind of thing. But you know, like you also, I guess, you have to work within that really major music industry as best you can. You've appeared on the Grammys with Elton John, that kind of thing. You've also got a film coming out as well. Are there any places that, you know, like you feel like you won't go to for fear of undermining your credibility?
Well, it depends. I won't go to any bullshit. If something is bullshit, like I've the Grammys, I always thought they were bullshit. For me to go to the Grammys, like the first year, I didn't go because I didn't protest it or anything, but I just felt like, you know, Dre kind of hit me to what the Grammys were, and I kind of really didn't understand it the very first year. And I was just under the impression that the Grammys, I was like this. I was like, why do they have a separate category for rap? Then there's best album, and you'll find rock and roll and country albums in the same category, but rap has its own separate category. Why is that? So the next year, when they asked me to come to the Grammys, I was like, there's no way I'm going to the Grammys. There's no reason for me to go. And then when Elton John was saying all that stuff about me in the press, I was like, okay, well, you know what? I told Jimmy Iovine at Interscope, I said, the only way I'm going to go to the Grammys is if I get to perform with Elton John. If you get me Elton John, I'll do it. And I thought that it was such a long shot that it wasn't going to happen, but he made the phone call and it happened.
So why did you want to perform with Elton John so much?
Just for one, I wanted to go to the Grammys this year because, or last year, was it? I guess it was last year. I wanted to go there because, just because people didn't want me there. Do you know what I mean? And it was kind of like a slapping Glad's face, you know, like with them calling me homophobic and taking my lyrics out of text and things like that. It was kind of like fuck you to them.
Yeah.
You know.
And how was Elton when you met him? What was it like?
He was great. He was great. He's a great guy, man. He gets it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he was so cool. He was not really what I expected him to be. He was just, you know, he's got a fucking sense of humor too. He's cool. He's funny, you know. And he was real laid back, and he just understood the whole situation and understood what the fuck I was going through, and, you know, supported me anyway. So.
Have you been? I guess you've been pretty happy about that. I mean, there have been a lot of very high-profile people who've come out on your behalf and supported you as well. Yeah, definitely. I just recently heard that Paul McCartney was saying something about Yeah,
me.
I read about that. He said that he likes your music.
Yeah, and that's crazy because it's dope. It's good that people in the industry, that I have other people in the industry backing me. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of a foundation for me, because I think that if everybody was against me, then I would be just backed up into a fucking corner just shooting off all the time. So, you know, it's good that I do have support. And I'm thankful for that.
On the other side, though, do you also need that pressure from people attacking you as well to sort of like rile up that energy within you, that creativity within you?
They told me this is the last question. I got to wrap this up.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, conversely, I mean, is it? Do you need those people coming out and dissing you as well, or attacking you for you to get angry enough for you to come out with your material?
I don't need them. But it only helps when you give me ammunition. Do you know what I mean? If somebody has something to say about me that I think is unfair or that I disagree with, and they say it, they don't really have a reason to say it. They're just shooting off at the mouth, and I'm going to shoot off at mine too, and I usually do it better. So, you know.
Yeah. Hey, thank you very much for your time, man. I know you're a very busy man.
Yeah, thank you.
And we'll see you in Australia in the next couple of months. So we're looking
I
forward to
believe
it.
it's next month, is it?
It's next month, yeah, it is, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
All right, man.
All right, mate.
Good on you, Cobber.
All right.
See ya.
All right, take it easy, man.
Yeah, mate.